Namaste. Welcome. So the hard truth, I don't want to be spoiling the motivation, the passion, the strong drive to share amongst the teachers and students as well. All right. Regarding the topic of breath regulation, transcendental meditation, yoga nidra, sound meditation, chakra cleansing meditation, or any method that we attempt to alter the normal functions of the body, and especially the breath and the mind. I won't be talking too much about the details because this will really be very lengthy discussion if I do that, but I posted many insights about this topic, and you might want to have a look at them if you have the time. All right, but for today I will just be giving maybe 2 or 3 big ones, and I will relate it to safety and their energetic implications and the dangers involved as well. I'm always on the safety side of the practice. Always, always, always. Number 1, when we regulate the breath, all right, one of the tenets of breath regulation, or one of the aims or the goals of breath regulation, is to produce an extra amount of energy inside the body. All right. When we regulate the breath, it will organically happen. We will produce more than what the body actually needs. All right. And why do we do that? Because we will be tackling some deeper elements later on, like internal cleansing, the nadis. Yeah. So, given that, if your path is not going to that direction, don't do it. All right. If your goal is to only create physical strength or energy, the asanas and movements are enough. All right. Breath regulation should only be done only when the body is ready. And not only that, one of the precursors of this breath regulation is to actually develop the bandhas. And if the bandhas are not there yet, breath regulation could be dangerous, because when you produce an abundant amount of energy, somehow the nadis inside, or the channels, would have to absorb them so you can flow it safely in the system. If the nadis are not open yet, because the nadis are like the sponge, they absorb that extra energy. If the bandhas are not there to support the inner organs when you do your breath regulation, this could mean danger. Right? So even the nadis would have some precursors before they happen. The bandhas would have to be strong, the physical body, and so on and so forth. So it all boils down to really the process of harnessing it from the foundation. So we just don't want to be leading a client or a class, or we ourselves practice all this blossoming meditation technique for us to go to that state of whatever trance, meditation, relaxation, because all of this would have would require some forms of regulating the normal functions of the body, which is not healthy, especially if you're just beginning the practice. All right. Number 2, all right, sound meditation, transcendental meditation, yoga nidra, chakra meditation. All right. Okay. Now all of this could really affect the nervous system inside, because this method actually would not only require breath regulation, but you're actually sending electrical waves inside the brain, which in turn will affect the neurons. All right. Yes, they produce they produce brain waves which promote relaxation and calmness. But remember, all right, since we're dealing electricity here, and most of this method would actually require us to regulate the breath, inevitably it will happen, because as you listen to the sound, the breath will follow. The breath will start to regulate itself, and the danger of that is this. If, for example, we have conditions which necessitate us not to put pressure inside our body, and specifically the lungs and the heart, and then here we are doing this meditation technique, which will affect the functions, the normal functions of our cardiovascular system, it might cause pressure inside the heart, it might cause pressure inside the lungs. All right. And aside from that, some people are actually extra sensitive to vibrations that we might even cause sudden random episodes of trance. And then when trance happen, definitely we're sending really huge levels of electricity inside the brain. It could cause damage in the neurons, and worse, it could cause psychosis, depression, sadness, and it could even make the emotional or psychological conditions of the person worse. All of this method actually alter the normal functions of the body. And then do we really need it? No. All right, unless, definitely, your path is to go to that direction. But it will have many precursors before they happen. All right. Number 3, the draining process. All right. Yes, we're successful harnessing it. We're successful producing the energy. We experience a trance. We feel it. We hear it. Now, what happens after? Because the draining process is very important, because we don't want to be trapping that energy inside our body. Otherwise, it will cause more problems in the future. Because this energy that we produce, because they're extra, we don't need them, and there's nothing absorbing the energy inside the body, what happens? They go deep down the joints, so they will cause pain. The energy will collapse down the hips, so they will cause pain. So if you don't know how to drain the energy after the session, that could be problematic. It could even affect the way we feel, because the body will feel heavy. Yes, during the sessions, or maybe a few minutes after the session, you feel light. But after that, the energy drains or collapses down to the hips. So the draining process actually are specific elements. You might either just stay in a position longer time until the whole body drains, and it will require hours and hours and hours of draining, or you perform movements which are specific for draining. And you just don't want to be doing any forms of asanas, otherwise those asanas may actually cause more energy to flow inside. So only specific ones which are meant for draining, like supported positions where you use the props, where you use the bolster to free the spine, to open the spine, specific forms of bodily movements, shoulder releases, neck releases, and only specific asanas or specific movements will do the function of draining safely the energy. So yes, I know there are so many techniques blossoming around. Yeah, all of them have beautiful effect, but make sure that our body is ready, because it's our body. You're sending that energy, electricity. We're talking about electricity here, and it's something really serious. You don't want to be causing permanent damage to your body. You don't want to be causing permanent damage or temporary damage to your nervous system, because all of this, when not guided accordingly, could actually cause psychosis, could actually make your issues worse. Not too much of exploration, because some aspects may not be for you. Some elements and realms of yoga might not be for you. All right. So just always connect it with the body. Yeah, the body. This is the safest way. This is the safest way. And then when the body becomes open, and when the readiness manifests, then you can explore these things in the future. All right. I'll see you next time. Yeah. Enjoy the rest of the day. Namaste.